Here are the key features. Capacity units consumed by scan. If you scan a table, DynamoDB consumes read capacity units from the table's provisioned read capacity. If you scan a global secondary index GSI, DynamoDB consumes read capacity units from the index's provisioned read capacity. In the case of a local secondary index LSI, DynamoDB consumes read capacity units from the base table's provisioned read capacity. DynamoDB calculates the number of read capacity units consumed based on item size, not on the amount of data that is returned to an application. Paginating the results. With pagination, the scan results are divided into pages of data that are 1 megabyte in size or less. An application can process the first page of results, then the second page, and so on. To determine whether there are more results, you need to scan with the debug mode in order to examine the low-level scan result and check if the result contains a last evaluated key element. In this example, the page size parameter limits the number of items per page. The scan result contains information in the last evaluated key. This indicates that there are more results data available for the operation. To retrieve the next page of information, you will need to set the exclusive start key value to the last evaluated key value and scan again until the absence of the last evaluated key in the query result. When there is no last evaluated key, you have retrieved the final page of results. Parallel scan. First, let's understand why parallel scan. By default, the scan operation is sequential. However, the larger the table or index being scanned, the more time the scan takes to complete. In addition, a sequential scan might not always be able to fully use the provisioned read throughput capacity, since a scan operation can only read one partition at a time. The throughput of a scan is constrained by the maximum throughput of a single partition. To address these issues, the scan operation can logically divide a table or secondary index into multiple segments, with multiple application workers scanning the segments in parallel. Each worker can be a thread in programming languages that support multi-threading or an operating system process. To perform a parallel scan, each worker issues its own scan request with the segment and total segments parameters. The segment parameter is the segment to be scanned by a particular worker. The first segment number is always 0. Each worker should use a different value for segment. The total segments parameter is the total number of segments for the parallel scan. This value must be the same as the number of workers that your application will use. After each scan, if there is more data, the worker will set the last evaluated key value to the exclusive start key value and scan again until the last evaluated key value is null. This indicates that there is no more data.